If you would like to win a Force FX lightsaber, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments what your all-time favorite lightsaber is. Obviously, there will be major spoilers ahead for Solo, a Star Wars story that you will want to save for the movie theater, as my theater freaked out about what I am about to explain in depth. What essentially occurs in the film is extremely exciting, although very confusing for those that have only seen the films. If you didn't understand everything, this video will clear it all up for you, and by the end, you will be entirely caught up with what occurs. Again, major spoilers will follow. In the end of the film, as Han goes off to rescue Chewie from Beckett, Han's former girlfriend, Kira, takes the ring of the crime boss who she has worked for years now. Kira uses this ring to unlock a hologram communicator hidden in the desk of Dryden Voss. As the doors in the ship behind her begin to close, a hologram appears as a hooded figure, as she explains to him that the smuggler Beckett has betrayed Voss. She then explains that Beckett killed all of Voss's men and that she is all that is left. The hooded figure then removes his hood to reveal the face of a now aged Maul, as he orders Kira to find him on Dathomir. Maul tells Kira that they will be having a much more personal relationship from this point on, and that Beckett would be hunted down and killed by the two of them. We then see Maul use the Force to grasp his now updated double-bladed lightsaber, which we will explain in a video coming later. Maul also tells Kira that they will dispose of the accomplices of Beckett, of course referring to Han and Chewie. The last we see Kira, she takes Voss's massive yacht and flies away to meet Maul on his homeworld of Dathomir. So how is all of this possible? How is it that Maul is not only alive, but also in command of a massive organization such as the Crimson Dawn? Maul has actually been around for some time since his defeat at the hands of a young Obi-Wan Kenobi, all the way back to the Clone Wars TV series. In the series, it was revealed that Maul had survived his injuries and was on a junk world where he had gone completely insane as he was beginning to hunt small animals and only clung to life because of his hatred for Obi-Wan. Using his rage and the dark side of the Force, Maul had actually survived being cut in half by Obi-Wan. In the series, Maul revealed that he had managed to stay alive long enough to stow away on a ship, and that ship eventually dropped him off on the planet, along with other garbage that it was carrying. Several years into the Clone Wars, Maul was rediscovered by his own brother and the failed Sith apprentice of Count Dooku, Savage Opress. After bringing Maul back to his homeworld of Dathomir, which is the planet referenced in the end of Solo, he was cured of his insanity. Following this, both Maul and Savage decided to take control of the galaxy and breed a new Sith Empire. But first, Kenobi needed to die. At this point, Maul decided to take his brother on as an apprentice, as the two had several run-ins with Obi-Wan and other Jedi as well. One fateful encounter where Obi-Wan actually managed to cut off the arm of Savage. This is where Maul discovered a group of Jedi killers known as Mandalorians, with this group being called the Death Watch, and together they joined Maul. Maul, Savage, and the Death Watch resolved to take control of the galaxy using their combined power, with the resources of Death Watch and the power of the Force. This is the point in the timeline where Maul forms his connections with the underworld and uses his power to become a crime lord. Maul and his brother attack various crime groups, including the Hutts as well as the Pike Syndicate, as it is referenced in Solo that the Crimson Dawn, or Maul's group, has a shaky alliance with the Pikes. This shaky alliance dates all the way back to the Clone Wars, where Maul forcefully took control of a portion of the Pikes. At this point, Maul also makes a deal with the Black Suns, another crime group that has aided Maul in his conquests. An awesome side note about what Maul bargained with to gain so much power in the underworld was that he told the other crime groups that he would not kill them, and that they could join him or be wiped away by the power of the dark side. Basically, Maul told the underworld that it could join him or die. It is here that we see the beginnings of Crimson Dawn and the crime lord Maul that we see in Solo, as well as how Maul got into this business. During the Clone Wars, Maul simply used his power and skill in combat to force himself to become a major player in the crime world. Maul explains the Separatists and the Republic battle publicly during the war, but below there is another faction just as powerful among the bounty hunters and the smugglers. Within the Star Wars underworld is where Maul will build his own empire. Eventually, however, after killing the leader of Death Watch, Maul is hunted down by Darth Sidious himself, who kills Maul's own brother as well as takes Maul captive, although Sidious does not kill Maul. Again though, Maul is able to escape from Sidious and is deemed a non-threat by the Sith Lord as he claims Maul is no longer a true Sith. Sidious also stated that as of currently, Maul was not a true threat to the true Dark Lord, as first he needed to destroy the Jedi, then he would deal with Maul. Seeing nowhere else to go, Maul returned back to the planet he had recently conquered known as Mandalore and the home of the Death Watch. Unfortunately, his troubles do not end here, as Ahsoka has tracked him here and launches a full invasion of the planet just to kill Maul. However, Maul is extremely lucky, as this is when Order 66 is given and he is allowed to again flee back to his homeworld of Dathomir. Apparently, now in the time period of Solo, Maul has used his still powerful pull within the underworld to build a crime syndicate, a syndicate on the level of Jabba the Hutt, and has employed both Dryden Voss as well as Kira. We learned that Maul is still operating out of his home planet of Dathomir and that Kira is on her way there. It is obvious that Maul will play a much larger role in a Han Solo sequel, as he may even be the main antagonist. Past Solo, Maul would also appear later in the timeline in Star Wars Rebels, where he would again meet Ahsoka as well as eventually track down Obi-Wan Kenobi on Tatooine. In another lightsaber battle with Obi-Wan, Maul would meet his final end at the hands of the Jedi Master, as the former Sith died in the arms of Kenobi. Concerning specifically Solo though, we see in the office of Dryden Voss several hints that Maul is the one that he answers to. In the office, we can see that there is what looks to be a Sith holocron, as well as some red Mandalorian armor, the color the Death Watch members loyal to Maul painted their armor. But that is how Darth Maul is the crime lord in charge of the entire heist in Solo, as well as how Maul gained so much power in the Star Wars underworld. But what are your thoughts on this, and how excited were you to see Darth Maul, or rather just Maul, again in a movie theater? I hope this video cleared it up for you if you were somewhat confused as to the ending of Solo concerning Maul. There will be other Solo videos on the YouTube channel, so if you would like to, hit that subscribe button to make sure you get them all. Again, don't forget to enter the lightsaber giveaway. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.